Hey, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we're talking about something that's very specific to this time of year. And I don't think it's real specific to our area, which is Houston and Beaumont, coming to a neighborhood near you. We're down on the Gulf Coast in South Texas. Um, but there are a lot of people who do chimney repairs, who do chimney inspections. You have to make sure that they know what they're talking about, and they all talk a good game. We just had one recently in our area that was a patio company who built fireplaces and told the customer they had built pizza ovens, outdoor fireplaces, everything else. And the reality is that what we found, because the customer even sniffed it out before the end of the project, that there was something wrong. But what we found, if they've been building them that way for a long time, there are severe issues. So my guess is that's not true. That, in fact, yes, they had done a different type of fireplace, maybe a manufactured fireplace that's a kit, but brick by brick masonry fireplaces, they've never done. That's my guess. I do not know. But as a homeowner, you need to be very, very careful because masons lay brick. Yes, they do. They do it extraordinarily well. Do all masons know how to build fireplaces? No. Do most masons know how to build fireplaces? No, not at all. Some of them have seen the way other people build fireplaces and assume that's correct and want to build it. And then halfway through, they kind of run into issues and don't know how to deal with it. So kind of make it work. And most masons, contractors, if you offer them money, it's rare that they say, no, I don't know what I'm doing. So they think, oh, I got bills to pay. Okay, I can do that. I'll figure it out. Which, fake it till you make it. People say it all the time. But when it comes to safety and fireplaces and fire, don't fake it till you make it. You really need to learn what you're doing before you start to do something. So even inspections, if you hire a chimney company, and I've had people recommend me chimney companies. We're overflowing with work a lot of times. And here, if you need to, send work to somebody, send money to this person. I do my research. They don't know. And the sad thing is they talk like they do because they think they do. But when you ask them very specific questions about codes, standards, what's correct, what's not correct, they really, really don't know what they're doing. So, and it's extraordinarily hard for a homeowner to know those questions. That's why we always offer our virtual assessments. To go onto our website, you have to page down a little bit, but there's a free virtual assessment where you can talk to me or one of our head guys, Cody, Craig, Miguel. You can talk to somebody. A lot of times it's me, and we can go over, is this correct? Whether you use us or not, that's not a variable. But be very, very aware. There are a lot of people who claim they know what they're doing, and they don't. There's a lot of people have been masons for 20, 30, 40, a bazillion years. And they don't know the specialized niche of fireplaces. It's different building a wall on the outside of your house or a wall, retaining wall, or putting stone on something and building a fireplace, which has to contain their clearances to combustibles. There are ratios to make smoke go up. There's a lot of that. And if you have not been specifically taught, if you just go down to the brickyard and buy what they have, you're going to fail unless you get lucky. And just my point of view, if I'm hiring somebody who's going to put something in that's a safety item on my house, I don't want just them to hope they get lucky. I want them to actually know what they're doing. So anytime you hire a chimney sweep, chimney company, and this is nationwide, not just here, double check that they know what they're doing. Look for certifications. There's the Chimney Safety Institute of America, CSIA. There's the National Chimney Sweep Guild. They have a certified chimney technician. NFI, National Fireplace Institute. And make sure that the person that is certified ideally is coming to your home, the person who's proven it. And I know all the chimney guys are rolling their eyes at me right now. The answer is there are people who have these certifications who are not good. There are people who don't have these certifications that are good. But for a homeowner, how do you know? I'm challenging. And if you're one of those chimney guys out here listening to this, put a comment down there. How is a homeowner supposed to know if this person knows what they're doing or not? Because just time in industry is not a variable. You could be good or bad. Certifications, you could be good or bad. Although I will make the case that if you've gone to the trouble to get a certification, that you, in fact, know some basic code. You have to pass a test. So that's at least some kind of a base. But does it qualify in ethics? And I know there's guild memberships, BBB memberships. One of our local companies here, I've never seen this before, but and I'm just warning to homeowners, was an accredited BBB company, and now you go to their page and it says revoked. So it just lets you know, even if you're in the BBB, even if you're a guild member, can people do things unethically? Yes. Yes. I can say something about companies that are no longer around anymore, but when I first started, there were chimney companies that my dad talks about it all the time. Double charge customers on credit cards as a policy. That had throw down squirrels. So you had a squirrel in your stuff and you put a squirrel into the fireplace so you could charge a customer more. That was normal. That wasn't us ever. But that's one of the reasons we determined we needed a quality chimney company in this market, because that's the kind of things, and it was a joke, but it actually happened too. So every joke has a bit of truth to it. So make sure when you get your chimney inspected, a home inspector, while it's better than nothing, does not look at the same in-depth way that a chimney company will. A chimney company, one chimney company and another, not the same thing. If they're working out of their house, could they be good? Yes. But if they don't have insurance, if they don't have a place to go, ideally some kind of a training center where they can learn, they're not training at your home, trying to learn as they go. Make sure you have a good person. And the reason I'm doing this today is because in our morning meeting, which we do training every morning to make sure we're all on the same page, my employees ask me, please do a video, because they're sick of seeing all kinds of scammy people. And problem is sometimes they don't even know they're wrong. They think they're doing the right thing. So is that a scam? No, I don't think so, but it's not good. So double check. And if you're not sure, please, our company will, if someone else is good, and there are other good people, or if what they're recommending is good, or if they're cheaper, we will recommend and say, go that way. That's what's best for you. We do it all the time. But double check. As a homeowner, it's really hard to figure out, does this person know what they're doing or not? It's hard. So someone like that's in the industry for a long time, that knows the questions to ask, can just, at this point, I've been doing it for 20 years. I've been certified for 20 years. I'm the only master certified chimney sweep. I have the master certified technician certification as well. I'm the only one in the state of Texas, as far as I know right now. There's probably somebody else that's going to get it eventually. But right now, it's the only person I know. I can look at bids. I can look at inspection reports. I can tell by wording if people know what they're talking about or not. There's certain industry-specific terms that people are going to use, like levels of inspection, level 1 inspection, level 2 inspection. That's a key that somebody is at least tried to do the right thing. Now, if it's a level 2 inspection, it should include certain things, which is important. There's some details that it has to include. You should use a camera that goes in. And if you have a camera, there's some people that have cameras like ours, which is specifically designed for chimneys. It's got good lighting. It can take good pictures. You can see, and it's obvious what you're seeing. There are a lot of people who say, I use a camera. The camera is so low quality that I can't even tell what it is. It looks like a squiggly line in a really weird pixelated picture. So be incredibly careful. Make sure that you get a person who knows what they're doing, that you get your money's worth. Because even if it's cheap, if it's bad, is that worth it? If you think all you want is just to put a brush up, put a brush down and leave, you don't care about the inspection, this person's just a chimney sweep, they don't know what they're talking about, then fine, do the cheapest person. But make sure that you actually get somebody who knows what they're talking about, that's educated. Preferably that has multiple people that they can go to ask opinions or to challenge their opinion, that know what they're talking about. A boss. We have multiple layers of my people go out who have certifications, and they can talk to their coworkers who have certifications that have been in the industry a while. And then they can talk to me, who's been in 20 years. And I have someone who's been in since Methuselah. And he's just laughing at me right now because he's probably listening. But there's lots of people we can check with. We can check with manufacturers. We can check with everybody else to find out the actual truth. We do not guess. Every chimney and every situation is totally different. That's why a lot of people love this industry, because it's extremely exciting, because every situation is totally different and it's not standard. It's not repetitive. So when in doubt, check with us, but double check, make sure you're getting your money's worth. Don't just assume that the guy that's really nice and seems to know what he's talking about actually knows what he's talking about. Because we're dealing with something right now where somebody is just dumb. I mean, it's not even a little wrong. This is my phrase. It's Wile E. Coyote wrong, where they're putting wood right next to things that can get to 800-900 degrees. And that 800-900, that wood is attached to your house, where it can set your whole house on fire. Now, is it going to set your whole house on fire? I don't know, but it's much more likely if it's wrong, especially that wrong. So double check, make sure. When in doubt, check with if you're not in Houston, Beaumont, I will help you if I can. But if you know somebody who's really good, who has certifications, and if you don't know anybody in certain areas, call me. I can refer you. I know people all over the place that are really good. Look for certifications, but double check. Make sure you're getting your money's worth. Make sure they're telling you the truth. And they may think it's the truth, and they may pass a lie detector test. But the reality is they're ignorant in the best possible way that they've ever been taught. They don't know. We have people in our town who's been doing this for 20, 30 years, and everyone they look at, they're 100% wrong all the time. And they will roll their eyes at me. But the answer is codes and standards change. And they change for a reason, because reality, I mean, there's fires, there's things that are proven that we need to increase. We need to improve the safety or the relative safety of some of these things. And if you're still working from codes and standards or what you were taught 20 years ago, or through the telephone game, the guy that learned 20, 30, 40 years ago has taught someone who's taught someone who's taught someone, about the third person, I know this from actual experience, it's not even recognizable anymore. So make sure you have someone who actually knows. And if you're not sure, come talk to me. Please share this. I want to help as many people as possible. Follow our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, search through our YouTube channel. You're going to get tons and tons of answers. And let me know. Send me a message, comment on videos. I see them all. And make sure that you get somebody good. And I'm here to help if you need me. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And we will see you next time.